Hello and welcome to another Between the 50s video. My name is Rusty. I hope you all had an awesome weekend. And what an up and down, crazy weekend of footy we've had. But before we get stuck into that, if you're new here or you've seen our videos before and you like what we do, please like and subscribe down below. It means the world to us. We're trying to grow this channel and upload videos every week. And then just quickly, we normally upload our podcast Monday night, but it'll be Wednesday this week, just because a couple of family commitments are on for a couple of the boys. Our podcast will be out on Wednesday, so Wednesday night. Look forward to that. But yeah, I thought it would be a good idea, maybe every week, every Monday, do a small little quick video on YouTube, just with some of the hot topics coming out of the weekend that we can quickly discuss. But yeah, I'd love to hear what you guys think and what you think the biggest issues or the biggest moments or some stuff we should talk about on the podcast or anything like that. Definitely comment down below and we can bring it up on the podcast on Wednesday. And yeah, just let us know what you think of the weekend's round. Who are the big winners and losers? Before we get stuck into some of the big topics or takeaways from round 16, let's have a quick look at the ladder. So obviously Swans with the loss to Freo, but on top quite comfortably at the moment. Carlton obviously with another big win against Richmond. They look really settled in that top 2-3 spot, and they're definitely obviously a chance later on in the final series. Fremantle with a huge win. We'll talk about them. Obviously Bombers with the loss. Geelong push up. Collingwood lose. Port and Brisbane with wins, both push up. And even the Western Bulldogs are right there with them as well. Obviously Giants losing again. Just losing too many of those games they really should be, or sides they should be beating, should I say. Gold Coast win at home, lose away, simple as that. Melbourne obviously really struggling after a good performance. And the Hawks, look how jam-packed that ladder is, from third all the way down to 13th. It's 6 points, so a game and a half difference. It's unbelievable. And then you got the struggling teams, the Crows, who obviously played well on the weekend and got a nice win. But their season's done. St Kilda, West Coast, Richmond, North Melbourne, all down the bottom there. But yeah, this ladder's got to go up and down like crazy every week. Now, some of the big talking points coming out of the weekend. I just thought of these myself. So yeah, as I said, definitely let me know down below what you think we should be talking about. One I have missed and I've thought about a bit since setting up the video is that the West Coast Eagles and Adam Simpson, and if it's time for him to move on. Pretty poor performance on Sunday. Didn't give a yelp, barely scored. I know they've been playing well, but they're not playing well, but playing better than they were last year. But is it time for a fresh start at that footy club? I think that's a question that all West Coast Eagles fans are probably asking at the moment. Now, our first topic we're going to talk about today is the huge win by the Fremantle Dockers on Saturday afternoon. What a great performance. Obviously Pearce injured. No one's beaten the Swans at home this year. They've only really lost one game, haven't they, against Richmond of all teams. The Swans had been starting slow in games recently. This was another one, but Freo just held on. They were huge. They played great. If they can really bring that forward every week now, they'll finish top 4 and they'll be a huge chance in September. But yeah, that was a big win in the complex of their season context, should I say. And yeah, what a win by the Dockers, and definitely ones that everyone else would start taking notice that these guys might be the real deal. Their inconsistency can be a trouble, but they have won 3 out of their last 4. So, and the one they lost was against the Doggies, who were looking pretty good recently, and won 3 out of their last 4 as well. So huge win by the Dockers. Now can they do it again next week? And obviously my podcast colleague, Big Red Cameron, he's a mad Dockers supporter, so he's going to be absolutely over the moon with that performance on the weekend. On to topic number 2, umpiring confusion. Now, people got to think that I'm probably only bringing this up because I'm an Essendon supporter and we got hard done by on the weekend, but I don't think there's issues that lie deeper than that for me. If I had to single out some moments in that game, it's probably been spoken about on every AFL show today and over the weekend since the game, but Sam Draper's mark, he got arms chopped inside forward 50, easy free kick. I don't know how that's missed. And then you have the Ridley holding the ball, which I can take that holding the ball, but it has to be consistent. It has to be, and it's not, because there were 2 different tackles inside Essendon's forward 50 in that game. After that holding the ball was called, that are clear holding the balls and just not given, just clearly not given. And that's what gets, I think, fans really pissed off is it's paid 1 minute, not paid the next. And all of a sudden then it's paid again. Like, it's just, it drives me mad. It was I can't remember which game I was watching over the weekend. It was the Port and St Kilda game. And I know we had this happen with Collingwood earlier in the year against Fremantle, I think it was. But Port player got up. As he got up, just gave the ball to the Port player who was right in front of him, just handed it to him, who then handed it back to the umpire. The umpire gave that a free kick. That's not handing the ball straight back to the umpire. That's ridiculous. He's getting no advantage from that. And I've seen that happen at least 3 or 4 times since. Yeah, and I've seen that 3 or 4 times since that Collingwood Fremantle game and hasn't been called. So, like, pay it or don't pay it. It drives me mad. And to the one that everyone's talking about, the deliberate... Look, he was under pressure, and that happens often. That similar deliberate rush behind. And again, I don't mind that the umpire's paying that, but pay it every time that happens. And also what annoys me is that 2 Geelong players deliberately obviously don't, even though he was under pressure, they could have tackled him. So how's he to know that they're going to drop back quickly and try and get behind the 9 as he's facing away from them? I just think it's a harsh decision. But if you're going to pay it, keep paying him. There's one on Sunday that Port rushed through. It was a clear rush behind with no pressure, with less pressure than Menzies almost. Not paid. You just go, what's going on here? It's ridiculous. So we need some more clarity with the decisions, and we need them to be more consistent, whatever they are. Like, it just drives me nuts watching footy sometimes. When it's not, sometimes it's not even my team playing, and you're just like, this is just unbelievable to watch. In terms of like driving you insane. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one. If you also get annoyed with some of this, like the umpiring and the rules that I guess they keep bringing in all the time, like, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to have a discussion about it, but it just drives me nuts. Now on to the third point, which is, I wish I actually switched this one now for Simo, but we'll talk about Simo on the podcast. But Gold Coast went at home again. Just do this away. Like, they looked really good on the weekend. They really did. And they do it at home. They play really good footy. Like, it can't be that, like, I don't know. They're a young team, yes. I understand that. And I know that Dimmer doesn't like travelling more than 10 metres away from the MCG normally, but yeah, they just got to get a big win away from home, and then everyone will start going, shit, maybe they can make finals, and maybe they can win a final. Like, I'd love them to make finals, but you got to win some away games, otherwise you're not going to get there. And when it comes to finals time, you got no chance. Not going to happen. So, but obviously the win was really impressive. Good to see. Like, I think it was a sellout there. Obviously, Collingwood draw a huge fan base anywhere. Dacos was great for them. Kicked 2 goals in the midfield, I think. It would have been a good game of footy to be at. But yeah, Suns looking positive, looking good at home. Do it away from home, please. I don't know who they have this week, but if they can, then it might be starting to get lids off, sort of thing, for them to maybe play finals. So watch your space for them. But good to see them get another win against a really quality side in Collingwood, which just opens up that ladder even more. Fourth talking point is the Brisbane Lions, and after the crazy year they've had, they're nice, or they're not nice in the top 8, but they've got a second best percentage in the league, sitting 8 won 4 in a row, or 4 in our last 4. I don't know how many won in a row, but beating some good sides too. They beat Port last week. They flogged Port, beat Melbourne. Even though they didn't play too great early in that game, and Melbourne were pretty impressive, but they got another win. They're now 8-6 with the 1 draw, and you'd think they could really make top 4 from here, and they've saved their season in a way. Who knows? But they're one of the most informed teams in the comp, and you don't want to play them finals time. So finding their way into the 8 with the injuries they've had, they didn't play great footy to start the season. They were all over the place. People were riding them off. People saying it's just another one of those didn't win a grand final and the team just falls apart. But they're getting it back together, and they'd play finals from here, you'd think. So, and you do not want to play them when it comes to finals time. And on to our last topic before we finish up, probably the biggest talking point coming out of the weekend, and obviously the week that they had at Port Adelaide. And obviously Ken Hinkley wasn't a great win whatsoever. It was an ugly game to watch. Saints are always ugly to watch. Port didn't kick straight like usual, but Hinkley showing some emotion in his press conference after the game. Yeah, obviously I'm pretty harsh on him. I know a lot of Port fans that I know are harsh on him, but it just shows you that he cares about the club and his players. So that was good to see. Whether I still think he's right for the job moving forward, probably not. But that was a really heartfelt moment to see. And obviously the week had been a really stressful week for him. And he managed to get the players to respond. Obviously Butters, Horne-Francis were really good. Even I thought a Zerk Thatcher was really good for them yesterday. Maybe plays better without Radagalier. But yeah, Hinkley showing some emotion was pretty. I don't mind when people show some emotions, should I say. But I know some older alpha males might not be a big fan of him. I know my old man was laughing about it, which I don't know why, but that's just their age group, I suppose. But I didn't mind it. It's good to show some emotion, shows that he cares, and who knows? They're only 2 points from 4 spots, so season's nowhere near done for them yet. Just got to get a couple more wins on the board. Although all the criticism last week was completely fair enough and deserved because they were playing terrible. So who knows what you got to get. This AFL season's just all over the place. So yeah, we might just wrap it up there. But let me know what you think about these topics. What topics you think, or talking points, you would want us to discuss, or we're going to talk about them down below. So definitely like and comment, subscribe. Means the world to us. As we've said, podcast out this Wednesday on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, which will be awesome. We'll try to do another video, some sort of tier list maybe later this week on the YouTube channel. So keep an eye out for that. And then apologies we didn't do a live stream. We're going to do a live stream Sunday for the Port and St Kilda game. But we'll definitely aim to do one maybe this week, if not next week. Even if I come on myself, it'll be a bit of fun. So keep an eye out for that. If there's a game you'd like us to do a live on, let us know as well. But yeah, thank you heaps, everyone. Really appreciate all the support. Hope you have an awesome week, and we'll see you all again soon. Catch you later.